welcome, welcome. I'm here again. Fine today. So,
the maestro is back.
Yeah, the maestro.
Wait, we have a maestro?
So anyway, yeah. Welcome to the PPM show. PPM stands for Peterborough Plastic Modelling Group. It's a Facebook group, and we put this stream on every Wednesday for them, and also now a Sunday. So tonight we have a gallery. So if you've got any builds that you'd like to show, please get them in the group before 8 p.m. Anybody in the background is not a member of PPM. If you would like to join, we'll be putting the link in a little bit later, and just send a request, and we'll see about getting you a membership. Yes. So tonight we have Mr. Mark's Mods.
Hello.
We have Ron's Modelling Group.
Hi.
We also have Mr. Dave Mack Builds.
Good evening.
And the one and only Mr. Meow Panzercat.
Meow. Hello, folks.
Unfortunately, Simon is not going to join us tonight. He just wants to rest up. So, yeah. So if you're out there, Simon, and you're watching, take care, buddy. And just keep resting up, mate, until you're feeling much better.
Yeah.
We're all thinking of you, mate.
Yeah, our best wishes to you, Simon.
Yeah.
So we'll go into our good old chat-a-lab, and if you guys want to go down to your benches. Okay, so we've got Panzercat in first, and he says, meow, meow, Panzercat.
Meow.
He also says, hi, Lindsay, panel, and chat. We've got our raffle in from Bonnie, Scotland. He says, meow, Putty Tat, Lindsay, Mark, and whoever else is on panel. But welcome in, Apple. And also we've got our David Markey in, and he says, evening, Lindsay, evening, David, and welcome. He also says, evening, folks. He says, hello, Panzer, and also hello, Apple. We've got Mr. Sprue and Glue in, and he says, hi, Lindsay, panel, and all in Chatland.
Hi, Sprue.
Sprue.
Yeah, it's nice to see you in. David Markey says, hello, David. David Markey also says, hello, Mark. He also says, hello, Ron. Apple says, evening, David Markey and Sprue. David Markey says, hello, Dave. And also, we've got Mark's Hobbies in, and he says, hi, all. Hi there, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Okay, so this is the link that's just gone in. This is for the Facebook group. So if you want to join, send a request, and we'll see about getting you a membership. But you must be a modeler. Okay, so David Markey says, hello, Mark. David Markey also says, are you okay, Apple? Mark's Hobby says, hi, David. And Apple says, sweating buckets as usual, David. It was on the buckets last week, right in the kitchen on the washer. Apple says, hello, Mark's Hobbies. So that's chat with. Not too many in at the moment, but may progress a bit later. So please remember, please stick to the PPM rules. This goes for the panel and also the chat. You know what the rules is. No swearing, no sexual content, please, if you don't mind. Because there is children watching this stream, because there's also child modelers in the group. And also, I would like to congratulate Dieter's daughter for her trophies at the show.
Yeah.
Her build.
Congratulations.
So if anybody hasn't seen that yet in the group, please scroll down. Please find Dieter's post, and you'll see them there with her daughter holding the trophies, or the trophies on the table with their builds. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Mark's Hobbies said, hi, Apple. Okay. My dog is trying to stink me out of my bedroom.
Again.
It's horrible. Oh, dear. Okay, so we'll go to Mr. Mark's Mods and see what he's doing first.
I'm going to continue work on this 172 Gloucester Meteor. Right. see how far I get. I didn't get very far last night because I was waiting for stuff to dry.
That was on the MCC UK, wasn't it?
Yeah, so hopefully get a little bit further.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Mark.
Okay.
We'll go to Dave Mark Bill, see what he's doing.
I'm painting me shadow sword. Continuing with it is not much to do on it. I just got to do the back here and the drums and put some Newlin oil wash on it.
Cool. And that's looking really, really good, David. I like that.
Yeah.
Cheers, Lindsay.
Yeah, it's great.
Definitely.
Okie dokie. So we'll go to Mr. Panzercat.
Well, what I'm working on is I'm going to work out boxing this up and sending this down to Lindsay, and I also give him one of these.
Yeah, I need those, both of them.
So,
yeah.
what I will be working on is I will be continuing on with the Magic Factory MZRZ D4 light utility all-terrain vehicle. I'll be working on the cockpit, doing some seat building today, and if I'm lucky, I might even get the wheels done, and maybe get the front roll cage in. I'm at the stage of the build now where I've got to think about, because I've got some photo etch seat belts to put in, so I need to figure out how to fit them into the build, because I've also got because they're impossible to put in once the seats are already installed. So you've got to install the seats and then these things. So I'm going to do some. I may do some painting over the next couple of weeks, so that I can continue to progress on with the build. So but that's what I will be working on.
Thank you very much, Panzer.
Thank you.
So we got RTBG in. Welcome in, and he says hi everyone. Hi there,
TBG.
Hi, TBG.
Okay, so we're going to see Ron. Oh,
Right, I'll be doing these two and these lot. Yeah, there's still another 3 more to come along to add into a diorama that I've been challenged to do. So I accept challenges as they go along. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's basically what is happening is that if you think back, the Great Escape, the cafe scene, where the guy was there, but this is just German officers, and yeah, there's a few, like I say, a few more bits to go on it, and then it's going to be quite interesting when it finishes off, when it gets done.
cool. Lovely job.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ron.
Thank you.
Okay, so me, what am I going to be doing? Well, it's like I said earlier on, started that Warhammer build and going to do a bit more to it. So I got this primed. I'm hoping that the skin on the primer is hard enough for me to do some painting on. So we'll prime these bits. Also, I primed what was left on the sprue. So I should be just doing some painting. I shall do a base layer of the black on it all, and then once that's dry, then I shall start doing the dry brushing and everything else I need to do. So that is what I should be doing through the stream, as well as reading out all the chat. So I don't expect to get too much done, but it'll be progress. Okay. David Markey says hello, James. TBG says hi, David Markey. Stephen Haynes says hi, Hunter Cat, Mark, Ron, and Dave. Stephen Haynes says hi, Apple. David Markey says hello, Stephen. Stephen Haynes is also in, and he says hi, David Markey. Hello there, Stephen Haynes. Welcome. He also says hi, Mark's Hobbies. Stephen Haynes says hi, TBG, and Apple says evening, Stephen H. So yeah, okay. So I've got space left. If anybody wants to come and join us, TBG or anybody like that, you got a camera, please come in and join us. So I'll get this link ready.
We are.
pop
We
it
are
in,
very. Sorry, Lindsay.
and then pop it in the chat.
Yes, we are a friendly bunch. Come along and join in.
Yeah, we don't bite.
Much.
It's Apple that bites.
Yeah.
Apple says, evening, James. And yeah, there's the link if anybody wants to come and join us. You're quite welcome to. Okie dokie, so I'm going to go get some water. Oh. Okay, we've got Stephen Kessel in, and he says, "Good day, everyone. A model on. Welcome in, Stephen Kessel."
Hello, Stevens.
Hi, Stephen.
Says, "Sounds like the Sally Army Foundation song. Come in and join us." Yes, come in and join us.
Come and join us.
Stephen Haynes says hi. Stevens Haynes Models says hi. Stephen Haynes Models. I think that must have been a mistake. Apple says hi, Stephen Kessel. David Markey says hello, Stephen. I would imagine Stephen Haynes is saying hello to Stephen Kessel. David Markey says hello, Stephen. Stephen Haynes says hi, Stephen Kessel. I knew it was.
You see, we're that friendly a group that we say hello to us, each other and ourselves.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we certainly do. Have to introduce ourselves. Right.
Hey, Mark, I've just come up with a brilliant idea what you and Kev can do when you finish your stream on a Sunday.
What's that?
Instead of saying, I've been Mark and I've been Kev, why don't you just say, it's good night from me and it's good night from him?
Yeah. I don't know how that all started doing that, you know. I've been Mark. It just happened one night.
Yeah.
Thing about it is you can get superstitious in live streams that you don't want to change anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just stick to what you normally do, don't you? It's just a thought.
Mm.
So don't forget, guys, we are live again on Sunday.
I'll have to let you know for Sunday, Lindsay.
Yes, mate.
Because at the moment, the weather is looking a bit grim to go to Cumbria, but I'm just watching the weather report.
Yeah, there'll be no live stream on June the 8th because I won't be here.
Right.
Is that a Wednesday or a Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
Hmm.
So, the weather's grim. Does he have any brothers?
Yeah, he has two.
All brothers.
I'm glad.
But they always say it's always grim in Grimsby.
And also, we've got Dale Matt 3D in, and he says, "How do everyone?" Hello there, Dale.
Hi, Dale. Long time no see.
Hi, Dale.
Mark's Hobby says, "Hi, Stephen." Apple says, "Hi, Dale." There is a link there in the chat, Dale, if you want to come and join us. And also we have David Markey says hello, Dale. Stephen Haynes says hi, Dale. Mac 3D. And also we have Tasha. She says hi, everyone. Hello there, Tasha.
Hi, Tasha.
Hello, Tasha.
And Price is not right. He says, nice to see you still going. How is everyone? We're good. We're good. Welcome back. I've got this fixation with this song, and I don't know why.
It seems to go into your head every time you're live, Lindsay.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mana, mana.
Mana.
Mana, mana. God, I must have been about 7 or 8 when I first heard that song. It has never left my head.
Dale Mac 3D says hi, Apple. David and Stephen. Apple says evening, PNR and Natasha. David Markey says hello, Natasha. Stephen Haynes says hi, Natasha. Stephen Haynes says hi, Price is not right. Price is not right says hi, Stephen. It's nice that everybody's saying hello to one another. Mods has put Ron Heckman's YouTube channel in.
Thanks,
So,
Mark.
take a look, guys, and if you like what you see, give him a good old subscription. Also, he's put Panzer Cats in, so can you do the same for Panzer Cat?
Thank you, Mark.
And also, Mr. Dave Mack builds.
Thank you, Mark.
Mr. Dave Mack is a bit of an all-round builder. And also, Mark's Mods. He's take a look at his channel. He's just put his in there. So, yeah, just take a look at their channels. And if you like what you see, give them a good old subscription and push the notification bell. So what did ones have for their dinner tonight?
I had a shake.
You had a shake.
Yeah.
Right on the roll.
Was it a hippie shake?
No, it was a rattle and roll as well. I was close to doing the hippie shake, but I've not got the haircut.
I had a chicken mayo sandwich.
Chicken mayo sandwich. What about you, Panzer?
Well, I made beef teriyaki with rice and vegetables. I had some beef that I defrosted the other day. Then I thought, oh, I need to cook and use that. And because I have a habit of bulk cooking, I thought, what can I do with this? And I went along to my local empty co-op and to see what I could get vegetable-wise. And I managed to get some red peppers, some broccoli, and ironically enough, lemongrass. For some strange reason, my co-op had lemongrass in stock, which is the one they've never usually got in stock. So I managed to get that, and that's what I made for my dinner. That's what I had for dinner with some basmati rice, and very nice it was too, even if I do say so.
And we all know what Ron had: a curry.
Yeah,
No.
Goody.
No.
Okay, Apple says evening, Ron and Dave Mack. David Markey says hello, Clark. Not right. Apple says veg bog, meatballs from IKEA, and croquette potatoes with apple juice. Ooh. Okay, this is to you, Dave Mack from Price is Not Right. He says, is that a Stormblade or variant I see Dave building?
It's a shadow sword.
There you go. It's a shadow sword. Price is Not Right said, I had some takeout Turkish grill stuff to celebrate my dad's birthday today. Oh, cool.
Wow.
Happy birthday to your dad.
Yeah.
What did your dog have for tea, Lindsay? Curry.
I reckon it must have been down the sewers.
Either had egg mayonnaise rolls or beans on toast.
He's been eating some.
But the scary thought here is that it's more than likely the dog has eaten the same thing that its master has eaten. So you know what's coming later on tonight.
I think it's one of those, particularly one of those sachets that it does fit to. I think it's the chicken one. Price is Not Right says, Shadow Sword is what is called. Been meaning to get a detachment of those for my solar wallet. What's that last word? Solar
Auxilia.
auxilia.
Yeah.
And also, I've done, well, nearly finished the Stormlord. I've done the Baneblade. That got finished, I think that was last year, that. Nice build.
You've done quite a few, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done quite a few tanks.
But not enough. You need more.
That's what I keep telling him, but
Well, I've done a couple of Tigers. Because it'll be Warhammer versus World War II when I'm finished. But these will be British tanks, I've just decided. And I've got the crew for them. That needs to be put together.
okay. David Markey says dinner, chicken, potatoes, peas, now pot of tea, and the two victories on the bench. Oh, cool, nice. Are they the wood build? Are they the wood builds you do, David? DBG says, was it Tubbs apple juice to go with the Crockett potatoes apple? With a big question mark. Price is Not Right says, looking very good so far. Shadow Sword could be a pretty fun upgrade to a Churchill, I must say. Yeah. Apple says, no, James, it was freshly pressed apples.
What? You know, I've just come up with a right crazy idea. And it's just coming to me because it was in Doctor Who during the Second World War. A Dalek. Do you remember that episode?
I wasn't a fan of Doctor Who, David, so
it was with Matt Smith. I might add a Dalek into it.
I'm with you on that one, Lindsay. I'm not a Doctor Who fan as well.
I mean, I've not watched it for quite some time now. I don't like the new one. You
haven't missed much.
I mean, I started watching it when I was a kid, when it was black and white. And as soon as it come to the Dalek bits, and I thought, oh, these are different, these are good. And then when they started speaking, exterminate, I just looked. Thinking, what?
You know, I did learn something yesterday, about John Pertwee, that he initially served on HMS Hood.
Apparently so, yeah.
I never even knew that. And then he went into naval intelligence, and then I think it's a couple of weeks later, he was blown out the water by the Bismarck.
Yeah, he wasn't on it at the time, was he?
No.
Well,
so he had a very lucky escape there.
My granddad did his national service in the Navy and he couldn't swim.
Wow.
But apparently there's a reason for that, and it's an old naval tradition of if you were a sailor and you could swim, you are likely going to be on a boat that sinks.
Yeah.
But if you're a sailor and you can't swim, you're going to be more careful and the boat won't sink.
Try explaining that to today's health and safety executive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did his national service in the Navy, and he never learnt to swim all his life.
You know, you would have thought that would have been the first thing they learned you to swim, wouldn't you? Being in the Navy.
It's an old naval tradition of like a little bit of superstition. So if the sailor's on there that can swim, the boat will sink. If the sailor's on there that can't swim, the boat won't sink.
Strange, that, isn't it?
So you actually take your kids' rubber bands with you?
Yeah.
Okay, TBG says belly salad, cream baguette, bench 43, double X mobile, water, possibly airfix. David Marquis says yes, both wooden ships. Cool. Delmat 3D says last time I watched Doctor Who it was Peter Davidson as the Doctor. Didn't float my boat.
Yeah. I didn't rate much of him, to be honest with you, Peter Davison. I think he just did better in All Creatures Great and Small.
Yeah, that was his first role after All Creatures Great and Small finished. But by that time, he was typecast.
Yeah.
Yes, my Doctor Who's were John Pertwee and Tom Baker.
Tom Baker was the longest serving Doctor, wasn't he?
I can't remember because I stopped watching them because I developed an interest in other things. And then I didn't watch it for many, many years until, of course, Sylvester McCoy came along, and I was watching some of his stuff.
And just thought I'd check that out. As of 2024, the Royal Navy actually relaxed its requirements for its crew to be able to swim. So you can now undergo swimming training as part of their basic training.
Oh, right.
I see.
Just thought I'd look a bit more into it, but yeah, it's an old superstition.
So my grandfather, he was a merchant navy.
It was a bit... Go on, Lindsay.
He was in the merchant navy in World War One.
They it's like having a cat aboard a ship as well to help catch the rats.
Yeah.
And if the cat gets off the ship will sink.
Like that cat did on the Titanic. Took
all the kittens off and got off the ship.
And the chef that was there as well was working. He was looking after it. He abandoned the ship as well.
But yeah, because of how many accidents he had at sea, there was a lot of naval superstitions out there.
Yeah.
One of them bloody dogs are starting.
Lindsay's hoping his dog is finished.
Not for at least 24 hours.
Let's see what he did there, Panzer. Hey, Price is Not Right says, oh, you guys just made me want to build one of my Warhounds epic scale right now. Also, what's StreamYard? StreamYard is a how can I explain it?
It is a website which allows you to stream to YouTube or other destinations and have guests on at the same time.
There you go. Delmat 3D says, was that Kate Winslet on the Titanic? He's laughing his head off. TBG says, the rule of the sea was that you ate the fat crewman.
And another rule of the sea: don't kill an albatross.
Yeah, apparently that's a very but it's an old common one. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a free version of StreamYard that allows you to stream for 20 hours per month.
Not anymore if you're a new member.
Oh no, it's only 5 hours now if you're a new member.
Well, that's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how long they'll let us carry on the old application.
Beware, StreamYard is changing its rules.
Mm.
We might have a problem, MCC, on we don't know, because we're all logged in from different devices into one account. StreamYard's cracking down on that.
Oh, are they?
A bit like Disney Plus have done. So they've cracked down on how many people can be logged into Disney Plus. So yeah, it looks like StreamYard are tightening their rules.
They should be grateful they got people using it.
Well, the problem is, Dave Mack, is what made StreamYard really good was its YouTubers, smaller YouTubers using it, but now it's corporate greed where you just want to go now and concentrate on the business world of people using it.
Wow, right.
So it's not as user-friendly to YouTubers anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah, interesting.
Price is Not Right says, oh, that's fun. You all know each other. Yeah, we all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not strangers.
Okay, who's got strangers in the night going through their head now?
Strangers of the night. Delmac 3D says, just finished issue 14 of the Darth Vader part work. Got issue 1 and 2 on R2D2 to start.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, the R2D2 is a fun build.
Enjoy that, Dale.
If I could afford it, I'd love to do another, but it's a lot more engineering than really building of a model.
3, 2, 1. Dusty bin.
Sprue is not your father.
Yeah.
We haven't heard that for a while, have we?
No, we ain't. Sprue will text me in a minute saying, "Oi, you." I shall get a message.
He'll be in chat in a sec.
Yeah, he's watching, I think. It was earlier.
No, it'll be an oi, Lindsay and Mark.
Here we go, an oi, Dobby. Mr. Bacon.
What's making me laugh at the moment is Facebook keeps sending me reminders that an event that I liked is happening now, or and it's a day later after it's actually happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was toying with sending an open message back to dear Mr. Facebook. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that this event was live. Your problem, I see two major problems. One, you're a day late. It was actually live 2 days ago. And secondly, I know it was live. I was on the damn live stream event.
No, I keep getting notifications from Facebook saying that if you've got any live videos on Facebook, you've got to do something to keep them. I've not got no live videos on my YouTube, Facebook.
I get notifications off YouTube for my own videos.
Why?
I really don't know.
Yes, I get emails from YouTube telling me you're live. Yeah, I know I'm bloody live. I set the host up, set the event up. Yeah, duh.
Yeah, I know.
I actually get notifications off YouTube to tell me, oh, Mark's Mods has gone live. Watch now. I'm in the damn live stream.
I am the Mark from Mark's Mods. Yeah.
That's be like Facebook turning around and saying, "Oh, you're faking being Mark's Mods." What? You're impersonating him.
Yeah.
I'm an alien.
If this is really you, you've got these captures you've got to fill in. Find out fill these boxes where you can see a traffic light.
Yeah.
Wheels.
I don't know if you also know, it depends. That sometimes they give it to you a day later.
Yes.
Notification.
Yes.
And you think, huh?
I get that all the time.
So do I. I got one this afternoon from telling me about Philip Prime, and like I said, I was seriously contemplating filling out doing a response, but I didn't realise it would only go to the person's page that the post had flagged on it, and so they'd be reading a Dear Mr. Facebook letter and thinking, what?
Yeah.
I blame Ron, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal.
Hey, Pat's making his cup of tea again.
Yeah, cleaning me brush.
We're doing well. He hasn't lost anything yet.
That's because I'm not building anything. But guarantee Friday nights I'll end up losing something.
Well, there's time yet. You could lose your paintbrush.
Oh, don't say that, Mark, for God's sake.
You could go to the Warhammer shop and lose some money.
Yeah, I have actually lost a load of money in the Warhammer shop. I must have lost about 500 quid.
Okay, Balmac 3D says, always Ron. Gina's crafting. Welcome in, Gina. And she says, on panel and in Charland.
Hi, Gina.
Apple says, that's nice, Gina. Dalmat 3D says, hello, Gina. Price is Not Right says, it's a universal law. You have to lose something while building, painting. Ha ha ha. I think the amount of stuff we've all lost, we could have built a kit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I need to explain to you the laws of the carpet monster. There is a trick that you can make the carpet monster give back what pings from your bench very quickly. The rule is that every time you sit down at the bench, wait a minute, I need something here. I need a plastic sprue. What you do when you sit down at the bench is you pick up your plastic sprue, you clip something off the sprue, a bit of irrelevant plastic.
Yeah, and it goes bing.
You then throw this piece of irrelevant plastic over your left shoulder. It feeds the carpet monster, so that anything you drop from the floor, the carpet monster will give you back right away. Believe it or not, it's psychological. Try it out and see how it works.
Yeah, but I haven't got carpet though, Pans. I've got laminate.
It works the same with laminate floor monster. You know, they're of the same genus. Laminate floor monster is a little bit more aggressive with hiding things than the carpet monster, but if you have a clean floor to begin with, like I say, once you do the sacrifice every time you sit down at the bench to begin a day's modelling, it will work. Trust me.
And I'll show you all what I've lost money on.
The 330 at Chepstow, that was a
That
dead
lot there.
loss.
Lost all my money on that lot.
It'd have been cheaper for you betting on the 330 at Chepstow.
That's all my money gone on that.
So can I just bring in the law of having a tidy desk and a nice, clean, tidy room? You don't lose anything and don't have to donate anything to a carpet monster, laminate monster, or anything. If you have a nice, clean bench and tidy workspace.
Nobody likes a suck up, Mark. Behave.
Well, to be honest with you, my desk is tidy, sort of-ish. Just there. Just here.
I have a tidy area. Look, it's tidy there.
But once I get that diorama moved out the way, all this lot will be put in storage until I need it. But at the moment, I can't do now until that big shelf has been moved.
Lindsay's realised he's muted.
Yeah.
He's been
Don't
chatting
tell
away.
him. Shh, don't tell him.
Yeah, I'll move it because I keep coughing.
Ah,
So that's lead belcher as well.
So lead belch is what the dog's doing.
Yeah.
right, I'll catch up on the chat then while Lindsay's having a drink or something. Price Not Right says, I shall take these techniques and use them to better humanity. Genus Crass says, hi, Athel and Dale. Dale says, and live in a cocoon, LOL. It's my little world. Athel says, ooh, Mark's Mods has spoken. I'm just justifying why I am like I am. Jeff Light said, a very good evening, guys. Good evening, Jeff and Maggie.
Hi, Jeff and Maggie.
Hey, Jeff and Maggie.
Athel says, hi, Jeff and Maggie. David Markey says, hello, Gina. And David Markey says, hello, Jeff and Maggie.
And I'll just say, hello, Dolly. Sorry, I had that Bugs Bunny cartoon in my head there.
So look at that picture.
You better now, Lindsay.
Yeah. Do you ever get that where your throat will close and make you cough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to take your inhaler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old man syndrome.
So the dog has a version of it called old dog syndrome, does he?
I didn't know his dog could actually bring him on to have an asthma attack. That's quite serious.
Apparently, it happens when you feed it the chicken pouch thing.
Absolutely reeks in here. Stinks.
Maybe you need to get a fan and point it out the window, Lindsay, to suck the air out the room.
What you need maybe is to you need to train the dog. For this, I recommend a canine gas mask or respirator and a hose pipe. You may need some Vaseline as well. And what you do is you connect the hose pipe to the dog, and you connect the other end of the hose pipe to the respirator. You put the respirator on the dog's face, and that will educate him on what happens. And I cleaned that up very neatly.
I'll be back shortly.
smell must have reached not wrong.
David Markey says, usually when her ladyship has her hands around my neck, Lindsay. Dale Max says, nicely done, Panzer, pre 9 p.m. elegance.
Thank you, Dale. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Price.right says, this is a pretty nice idea. Get a few friends and stream. We're all building various models together. The banter is something you really don't get alone. Well, that's very true. Well, you can have a stream and have a laugh.
It's like doing your models down at the pub.
Yeah.
Without the hangover.
Well, if you was down the pub, you'd never get any modelling done anyway, would you?
Well,
This is true. And the barmaid would give you these most non-flattering, non-sympathetic glances. Yeah, what was fine? I better actually hunt out the instructions now.
So don't forget, guys, if you want to post anything in the PPM group, please do it before 8 p.m. We'll only do one refresh. That's all.
Let me put the link in for the group again. There we go. Yeah, in about 12 minutes, you're about to hear me butcher names of things again.
Oh, yeah.
We like it when you do that.
Won't be a Wednesday night without me butchering the name of something.
It was Sunday afternoon. Oh, you don't do a gallon on a Sunday, do you?
No.
So, people, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, if you're watching on Saturday afternoon, put fancy words in the chat. Lindsay will get Mark to read the chat out or something.
We do. Actually, we do. We do share the chat on a Sunday, don't we, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Price Not Right says, don't worry, I'll drink for the 5 of you. I'll take the hangover. Still got alcohol left from my dad's birthday celebration. Cool. That is the link for the PPM Peterborough Plastic Modelling Group. If anybody wants to check out the group. Dale Max says, Cameo extra thin, Sambuca. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Baby Cakes in with Hello, Love Doctor.
Hello, baby.
Hello, baby cakes.
Hello, DP.
David Markey says, hello, DP. Baby Cake says, hi, David. Jeff Light says, hi, Baby Cakes. Baby Cake says, hi, Jeff and Maggie. And I will say also hello to Baby Cakes. TBG says, fortunately, there's no wetland Lylander this week. Or is that Lysander?
Lysander.
Ah.
Yeah.
Baby Cake says, hi, TBG. TBG says, hi, Baby Cakes. And Athel says, Monica, fit like hen, ?
For those of you who don't speak Scottish, that's the Aberdeen expression for are you well? It's F48.
Baby Cake says hi to all on panel. Meow Panzer.
Hello, hello.
Baby Cake says, am I a chicken?
And yes, sorry. And hen is the sorry, baby gets. I forgot to translate that one as well. Hen is the Scottish equivalent. The Scottish equivalent of female or lassie. Are you all right, hen?
Athel says, thank you, Panzer. Stephen Haynes says, hi to Baby Cakes. How are you doing now, dear? Baby Cake says, I'm good, Athel. We've got Quano Man Danin who says, hi all. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Quano.
Hey, Dan.
Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, Jeff and Maggie. Stephen Haynes Model says, hi to Quano Man. And Jeff Flight says, hi, Stephen. I'm giving your voice a bit of a break, Lindsay.
Sorry?
I'm trying to give your voice a bit of a break.
Oh, right, okay, mate.
Baby Cake says, hi, Stephen. Jeff Light says, hi, Dan. David Markey says, hello, Dan. Price Not Right says, hello. Athel says, evening, Dan. And TBG says, hi to Quano Man.
Not that I'm going to encourage anyone in the audience, but quick, put big words in chat.
Baby Cake says, hi, Quano. Yeah, but I know how Lindsay feels when you feel like your throat closing up and you're coughing and you have to take your inhaler. You need to give your voice a rest for a little bit.
Yeah.
See, if only my ex could have developed asthma.
Babe Kate says, hi, Quano. Price is Not Right says, I feel bad making you say my whole username. You can just call me Price or Alex if you'd like. Save your voice the effort. Yeah. I'll call you Alex.
Yeah, same here.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
But he's been on before, hasn't he, Lindsay?
It was on this afternoon.
All right.
Yeah, I was doing a live stream and he popped in the chat then.
Yeah.
He actually has a channel.
Okay.
Would you like to share his channel for us?
Yes, I can do. Just give me a second. Just have to go around the block a little bit, but there we go. There we go. So I'll put his Alex's channel in the chat. So DP says hi, Alex. Athel says hello, Alex. That is Alex's channel that I've just put in as a link. And Alex says, nice to meet you all too. Just happened across your stream in my homepage, and honestly, the only stream I've watched this long.
Cool. Must be doing something right.
Yeah.
So we put Alex's channel in the chat there. If you guys would like to take a look and give him a sub.
I did earlier when he came into your earlier stream, Lindsay.
All right.
Just being your manager, I'm a bit like Josh here. I just like to check out new people that are coming in.
Well, that's fair enough.
See if they have a channel and what content they have, and if I like it. So, Baby Kate says just subbed. David Markey says subbed. Jeff Light says subbed.
This thing's alive.
What you mean Ron's back?
Sorry?
Been back for a while.
What you mean Ron's back? All right. This thing's
And-
alive.
And for the members in panel, I've put the chat link in the private chat.
Okay.
Alex says, as there's nothing too important there, just some gaming stuff that's not relevant here, haha, but I really appreciate it. No, it's fine.
There's quite a few gamers that, quite a few gamers that come into our channel. So
Athol says, there you go, Alex subbed, nice raccoon. TBG says subbed, and Alex says you are all too kind.
Yeah, I subbed to him as well. Just got on board.
Well, it's easier to copy and paste from the private chat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do get quite a few gamers come in. So
We get a few chances as well. Okay.
yeah, I've got quite a few gamers that's actually follow my channel.
Alex has requested to join the PPM, Lindsay.
Oh,
Cool.
I will go in and accept it. Member requests. Approve. Okay, Alex, you're approved in the PPM Facebook group. TBG says, daft question, can I put Finnish locos in the Facebook group?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Dale Mack says, we're all kind, Alex. That's what our community is about. Very true, Dale Mack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. TBG. Price is Right says, thank you. This is just the type of group I have been yearning for. Sure. Well, you enjoy and post your Warhammer and all that kind of stuff in it.
Baby Cake says, hi, Dale. And David Markey says, just don't feed them after midnight, Alex.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Panzer did, and he's suffering the price of feeding them after midnight.
This is true. Let this be a lesson to you.
Dale Mark says, hey, Baby Kate, hope you're good. Alex says, I'll try not to. And Baby Kate says, I am. Thank you, Dale. Baby Kate says, good thing it's not midnight yet. Yeah, but you can't take them outside and you can't get them wet.
Oh.
You're all right. You're all right this weather.
And you can't take them to the supermarket or the mall and leave them there.
Alex says, "Can I tempt you with some Swedish candy?" I think you'd be able to tempt Marcus.
Yes.
Baby Kate says, "Too late." Okay, so it's gallery time, folks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the gallery.
And make a cuppa.
And bring out the good biscuits.
So here we go. Another Wednesday evening of me again, completely not saying the names properly. But so tonight's first entry is Panzer's tonight's progress on the Magic Factory 135th MRZR D4. Added the rear bumper, storage, and roll cage.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Definitely coming along now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Starting to take shape now, as you say there.
Yeah, there's not a lot much more I can do to it. I'm going to start thinking about doing the painting process.
Yeah. That's the thing. When you get to a certain stage, and you're like, yeah, I can't go any further. Yeah.
Great work, Panzer.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is Dieter. Why did they do Hasegawa 148 F16C work in progress. Okay. I think we did see this last week. He was working on this.
Yeah.
I like that. That's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Can I just say one thing? Please clean your keyboard.
That's some great work there, Dieter.
Oh, two of them. An orange one and a green one.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I've not seen anything like that at all. We've done a cracking job.
Well done, Dieter. But please clean your keyboard.
Dieter, if you're watching, please don't. It annoys Mark.
That is the link for Sunday's live stream when me and Lindsay were live last Sunday. Now, this is truly, truly awesome. So this is from Carl Edwards. Just finished my Tamiya 135th Achilles and thought I'd share a few tips.
Wow. Done a belting job on that. Look at the detail on that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
I actually tried to get that in the header, but I couldn't get it in.
Yeah, you need to have a word. Ask him to take a landscape photograph of it, Lindsay.
Yeah. So when you put your photographs in, don't do the portfolio because we can't get them in.
No.
So please do it all in landscape.
Yeah. And if you do it, crop the image.
Yeah.
That reduces the overall size of the image.
Yep.
There's some fantastic work there. I just love all that detail.
Yeah, that is on another level.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Nice work, Carl. Okay. So this is what Lindsay was on about earlier. So this is Dieter's daughter winning the first competition.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
That really is good, that.
Really.
Yeah.
Done a belting job on that.
Yeah.
And that's with the trophy.
Excellent.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You can see it. Look, Dad, I've got something you didn't win.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it is good to see girls and women doing the hobby. And
Yeah,
thank you guys for it.
Very much.
Okay, so this is Frankie Day, the USS Iowa, BB61 scale 1/200.
Sister
Yeah.
ship to the Missouri.
Yes.
Oh, are you not tempted, Dave Mack?
Well, I've done the Missouri, so there's no point doing another.
It's the next image that he put in that has got my interest.
Only got one picture of that so far, but I think
On that
we
one,
said.
there is another one.
Okay, so this is from Dieter. Just says finished. Oh, he's got a red one now.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
The red one's a different aircraft.
Oh yeah. Well, no, but I mean the same sort of paint job and
Yeah, the same sort of scheme, or the same sort of genre.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, something really to be proud of. They're cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Definitely.
It's different as well. Something different.
Just on the previous post, he added an orange one, and then on this one, he's added a red one. I'm like, what? Great work, Dieter. Okay, so this is Frankie Day again with his Iowa.
Beautiful work.
Yeah. See, what's got my interest is what's in the background.
Oh.
The Walker Bulldog. It's a big Walker Bulldog. If it's a large scale Walker Bulldog, if that ship is 1/200th.
I think that's about. Could be a 1/16 Walker Bulldog, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think the only people who did that could have been Glencoe models.
Yeah, I can see it under the bench.
Yeah, just if Mark can zoom in on the image.
Gosh, you have to tell me where I'm.
The tank.
Yeah, you'll see it. It's a tank.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's got my interest. I thought, hello.
Yeah.
And I had to do a little bit of research. I thought, if that's 1/16 scale, it can only be the Glencoe models one. And I don't think I've ever seen it for sale here in the UK.
Well, he's done a cracking job on that Iowa.
Flying Dutchman says, I think the Bulldog is Frankie's RC.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think it might be. Knowing Frankie.
Ah. Okay. Okay, so this is Dieter. Again, Kinetic 148 Seafarrier FRS.1.
That's a nice bit of progress.
Mm.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So these decals Dieter uses, are they aftermarket decals or is it actually a kit?
They could be the kit supplied decals, or they could be the Quinta 3D printed decals. Someone I know has just built is building the Airfix 148 scale Buccaneer, and he's put the Quinta 3D printed decals inside the entirety of that. But once he seals up the canopy, you can't see any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we've got Ron with the BR01 and tender work in progress.
Yeah.
It's like a nice build, that, Ron.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is.
I love to do the big boy.
They're quite tiny.
Yeah.
Seven.
Sorry, say again. They...
I said they're quite tiny, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Tiny. Fiddly. You've got to have patience of a saint.
Yeah, you're making good progress though, Rob.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll bet you're well chuffed with that, aren't you?
Somebody had to go
Oh, I
there.
noticed that one.
He's steaming ahead with the build, though.
Yeah, he is well steaming ahead. Well done, Rob.
That's just Arizona from the look of that.
I like this. The USS Arizona BD 39-1-200 scale.
That is
This
beautiful.
got me. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one ship I'd love to build.
I'm going to try and zoom in on this a bit. There we go.
Well, Dave, you can't because you spent your money on Warhammer.
I know. It's bloody typical, in it.
Out of all, I'd just love to do the Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do a 1350 of the Arizona. I'd love to do the 1200.
Yeah.
And get all the photo etch parts for it.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, Dave, less Warhammer, then you can.
I think you just talked yourself into your next ship after the Enterprise, Dave Mack.
I think I have.
Because that is gorgeous.
It is. There's something about that battleship I've always loved.
Yeah.
I
think the story and everything and the where it is now and the memorial, definitely.
Yeah.
And she's still leaking oil from her tanks to this day.
Yeah. That is amazing.
That's a beautiful piece of work.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, Frankie. Okay, so we have Mr. Ken Ramers. Saturday, Mike J loaned me the instruction to his 35 Mercedes Coupe. Somewhere along the line, my 34 Roadster set went missing. Still going to have to hit drastic plastic site for some stuff on the Roadster.
Wow.
Mercedes-Benz 500k.
What scale's that? 125.
Yeah, 125th scale, yeah.
Nice scale, I know. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at the chrome.
He's good with his chrome work, is Ken. And there's his playlist. Okay.
Nice one, Ken.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay, so this is a link to Geordie Dave's part work of his Nissan Skyline build, issues 81 to 83. People want to check that out. Okay, and so this is Stephen Pryke who says Revel B-1B Lancia work in progress. I've made some progress with the spindles. They look too plain, so I thought I would try at scratch building some detail. I was pleased with the results, but when the bombs go on, everything is obscured, so a bit of wasted effort, LOL. Ah, well, I took mine, looked more like car engines, but I put them next to pics of the real thing for comparison. What do you think in the pic showing how the bombs block almost everything?
Yeah.
So that's a
nice work on that.
Yeah.
Blimey. Wow.
I think they're looking pretty good.
That's an actual picture, that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that compared to the original picture.
Yeah, looks really good.
A lot of work, though.
Yeah, and probably plenty of patience and all.
Only for them to the minute he installs the ornament, you can't see 90% of it.
Yeah, look that.
It's a shame that, really.
It's the same with AFE models. We spend hours detailing the interior, and then you seal up the model and you can't see anything of it.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done many a model like that. Do all the interior and you can't see it.
Yeah.
Nice one, Stephen.
Nice work, Stephen.
Okay, so that's the link for tonight's live stream. And then here we have Dave Mack with my next project, which I've started today. Now, is this to go on your diorama?
Not with the Warhammer, no, but it will be going on the other one.
Right. So that looks fun.
It is. And you get 3 miniatures with it as well.
Yeah, I think you got photo edge there as well, I think, isn't it?
No, there's no photo etch with it.
Oh.
Which I was very disappointed with.
It's an early Tamiya kit before photo etch came along.
Mm.
But you can buy photo etch sets for this kit.
Yeah.
The question is, the photo etch costs 3 times the cost of the plastic kit.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so next is Mr. Ron, who's a diorama of the German soldiers in a cafe and civilians moving to safety. And there is another 3 more figures to be added. Photos will follow. So, Ron, are you trying to recreate a low alert?
I think he is.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, you also need Lieutenant Gruber and his little tank.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, where's the little Rene going to go?
Oh, Rene.
And the grandmother in the bed.
The flashing knobs. The flashing knobs.
Mm. So they look fun, Rod.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yes. If it's from The Great Escape, you won't need to worry about the catering staff because they were hiding behind the bar.
Yeah, and also you need that French copper going down the drain poop.
Yes.
Okay, right. So
yeah.
This is the refresh. So this is a video Lindsay's put up.
Oh, yeah.
T-34 tank by Trumpeter, start to finish build. So I will bring this up and I'll start it from the beginning.
Yeah.
This is 1/16 scale.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a big tank.
Yeah.
Well, some work gone into that, especially with that engine.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to know the funny thing? That's the same engine that powers today's T90 tanks. They kept the same engine.
Yeah.
Not broke, why fix it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They said that about Concorde and all the instruments in it. Well, why would we replace them? They work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, a cracking job on that, Lynn.
Wow.
Really good work.
Mm.
How long ago did you do this, Lindsay?
About 2-3 years ago. I just never put the video up.
Oh, wow.
Have you still got it?
Funny.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Suddenly realize, hang on a minute, I've got this still to.
Wow. That is amazing.
It was pre-shaded as well.
Wow. It definitely looks awesome, that is.
I bet there was plenty of photo watch with that.
There wasn't that much, actually, to be honest.
You would have thought there would have been quite a bit sort of thing. It's like with the 116 German, a load of PE with that.
I'd put some music to that, Lindsay, and upload it to your channel. There we go.
It's cool.
I'd honestly put some music to that and upload it to your channel. Okay.
Don't forget to put the thumbs up on that last one, mate.
Oh, did I not do? Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is Lindsay again, and this is the King George 5th.
5th, yeah.
Yeah, battleship Tamiya 1/35th scale. Just get them in Roman numerals. Right, go away. Right, let me start this back from the beginning. There we go. Again, these, Lindsay, you should be putting them up, uploading them as content.
Yeah.
That's nice, that.
Looking to use it. That you finished a while back, didn't you, Linz?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that one.
I actually got the video half about face.
So, through the course of the video, you unassemble the kit.
Yeah, I unassembled it. Yeah.
Is that the King George V, that, Lindsay?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
It was, yeah. Then I've got the Prince of Wales.
I used Edward photo etch for it, railings, all bits and pieces of Masters gun barrels.
Ah,
Wow.
awesome job.
Yeah.
Disassemble.
There you go.
That's what I use, cap cut.
I mean, like that. Okay, so this is Edward Leonard. Work in progress, 1/35th, border models, Apocalypse from the video game, Red Alert 3. Thanks for looking.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Wow, now that's one tank I would love to do.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that would look fantastic on your diorama.
It would, yeah. It literally would.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Whoa.
Put some Space Marines inside it.
You know what? Might not be bought anything from Warhammer today, Dave Matt, but, you know, you could be buying things after this live stream.
Yeah, especially something like that. Anyway, look at that. Wow.
Details amazing.
It is. Never seen anything like that. Oh, wow, look at the size of them guns. Gee whiz. That is
Look at the track.
blimey. Oh my, I think I'll change my mind. Blimey, look at all that lot. I wonder how long that took to put together.
Well, not that long. Once you get the hang of once you do the first run for one side, the second run goes a lot quicker. By the time you get to the fourth run on the second side, you'll have it down to a T.
That's good. That's great.
That is brilliant. That definitely is a must for me.
That's a wish list one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to see if you sell that on Amazon.
Okay,
Oh,
so this is Haken Gunnery. And it just says 1950 Ford MF 2680.
Yeah, this is this guy. He does nothing but kit bashes. So this thing here is a complete kit bash.
Yeah.
From it's all from all different models.
I like it.
It's unusual and different, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you call pimp my ride.
I love the smokestack coming out of the engine bay.
Yeah.
That is amazing work.
That's great. Okay, so this is Mr. James Mower. Airfix 172 Tiger 1 starter set, painted with Outlaw, Tamiya and Vallejo model air paints, weathered with paints and oils.
Nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
I've done a Tiger for a long time. I may have to hunt one out and do it.
Yeah. Makes me want to do another one as well because the belting kits to build.
Nice that is.
There we go.
Yeah, it's nice. That really nice.
Yeah.
Nice one, James.
Yep.
And new header this month goes to James Moore. Congratulations on this tiger build. And that's the new group header photo.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Okay, and again we've got Mr. James Moore who says Hatton's 00 gauge Andrew Barclay 0-4-0 saddle tank repainted with outlaw paints, weathered with Tamiya paints. Yes, I realise I left the window masks on.
Nice.
Nice, all.
That is quite nice if you want to say first time building in trains.
Nice little loco. All for all.
Nice bit of work.
Mm.
What I want to know is, was he drinking cocoa when he was doing it? And did he go loco in cocoa?
Down in Acapulco.
I think he went full steam ahead on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one, James.
Okay, and that's it. That is the gallery for this week.
Excellent work on that.
Oh,
Right, get back to my painting.
back to you, Lindsay.
Okay, so yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for posting in the gallery. Fantastic builds, absolutely brilliant. So, where did we get to in the chat? Okay, TBG says, fortunately, Mark has Panzer's translate on. TBG says, bonkers decal in Dieter. Yeah, that's for those planes. Price is not right says, oh, that Achilles looks really nice. It does. Yeah, young Carl has made a very, very nice job of that. TBG says, cool Achilles. TBG says, well done, Naya. Flying Dutchman, welcome in, Flying Dutchman. He says, I think that bulldog is Frankie's RC.
Yep.
Apple says,
Yeah, I think it is.
Nice work in Destiny Dieter, unlike Mark Mods, clean one. I think he's having a dig there, Mark. Right says, oh, I want to have the patience for a battleship like that. Alex says, oh wow, that is insane, nice. Alex also says, honey, I shrunk my car. Mac 3D says, yep, building for OO or HO scale models is a tiny scale. David Marcus says, I've got 2 of those bends. Apple says, USS Arizona Dio would be nice sunk under 6 inches of resin with the tented areas either side.
Yeah.
Alex says, I really like building my Tamiya models, just really nice quality. They are good kits. Delmac 3D says, you'll never create Vicky Michelle, laugh out loud. Apple says, never say never, Dale, especially if you have a 3D printer. Alex says, that T34 looks fantastic. Thank you very much. Alex also says, I love the water effects. Thank you. David Marcus says, I've got 2 kg and the POW, so I know where to go to see the best way to build. Cool. TBG Modelwork says, awesome KGV Lord Dobby. Thank you very much, TBG. Alex says, just remembered how much I hate doing tracks. Ha ha ha. I don't think anybody likes doing tracks. TBG says, fully enough, I have a Hobby Boss 148 scale T34 85. That's got the full interior. Yes. I think most of these T34s have got full interiors, haven't they, Panzer?
I believe so. It's not something that I've built myself. I have. It's a totally weird scale, a wrong scale for me. I do have a full resin. Actually, I have 2 full resin, 1 16 scale accurate armor resin scimitar kits in the stash, and one of these days I will get around to completing them. They are big, and these, of course, are light reconnaissance vehicles. So they are big, and because they're resonant, they're heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. Flying Dutchman says, little tomato. David Markey says, excellent work, folks. Yes, there were some brilliant builds there. Alex says, really well done, everyone. I'm sure they would appreciate that, Alex. Dale says, fabulous work, everyone. Yep, that certainly was. Flying Dutchman says, cool stuff, gents. And Apple says, evening, Dutch Dave. Dale says, I thought I do have 4 3D printers. Cool. Mine's still in its box. It's never been opened.
It's going to be like your airbrush that you had.
Yeah, it's like that brand new airbrush. I think it was in its box for just over a year on before I took it out.
Yeah, well over a year.
Yeah.
Well over a year. And we were all thinking, oh, this is what he's doing. He's in the airbrush. And I said, no, you're still hand painting. And I went, what?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have a quick run round the benches. We're going to Mr. Mob first. I know he hasn't done much because he's been doing the gallery, bless him. So
I know.
We'll have a look, see what he's been doing anyway.
I primed this, and I'm going to try and paint it. But I have put the pilot seat into the cockpit and put these other little bits in. So progress is progress, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's very small work, but quite enjoyable.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Flying Dutchman says hi, Apple. Okay, so we'll go across the date map boards.
I've just been painting the rear of this. Still got to be weathered to hell. I'm just doing these drums here, and that's all I've been doing, really. Not a lot, but enough.
I like that paint. That's nice. Very much. Panzer.
I've done the front section of the roll cage. I've also built up all 4 of the seats that are required for the vehicle. There's 2 front and 2 rear, and I've also put the 2 wheel halves together for all 5 wheels. And I'm just about to add some bits to the inside of the roll cage. That's what I've got done today.
Cool. Thank you very much. See what Mr. Ronnie's been doing.
I'm just putting 4 chairs and 2 tables, and I've sort of just put the first of 4 figures together.
Cool.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Ron.
Thank you, Ed.
Well, I haven't done much either. So all I've been doing is just like base painting, black, a few bits and pieces. I might get this finished base painted by the end of the stream. We'll see. And then once all the base painting's done, then as I do, I dry brush everything. So yeah. Thank you.
Yes, but you've been working under a handicap.
Yeah, I've been working for a handicap. Yeah.
Yes, you've been spending half the stream with your head hanging out the window, saying, "Good God, dog."
Yeah.
How can something so beautiful smell that bad? Yes.
So what's that link, Mark?
That is to 10 p.m. stream tonight. 3 men and a couple of printers.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
That's live tonight at 10 p.m.
Yeah. So that's worth giving that a watch, guys. 10 p.m. tonight. If you click onto that link and put the notification bell on, it's well worth watching. Very good.
That link will take you to Carl's channel, but I think it is also on JC's and Josh's.
Well, they share doing it, don't they?
Yeah. So
I'm pretty certain it's on Carol's this week.
Right.
So,
well, that's the link anyway for tonight's 10 p.m. live stream.
Yeah, that's been well worth a watch. Right, I had a paintbrush somewhere. Where did I put it? Here it is. Might get a little bit more done. I remember last time I painted the last one like this, I left the side pots off and painted. Yeah, I'll have to do a video of all my Warhammer I've done.
Yeah, it's good content.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I put some music on a video, I got copyrighted for it.
Well, you need to search for non-copyrighted music.
Mm.
And
Do you
do
remember
it
that,
that
what
way.
you told me, Mark, to put on for music?
Yeah.
I got copyrighted by it.
Yeah, sometimes even if you use YouTube music and then they say it's non-copyright and you put it on, and it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone buys it.
Yeah.
Best thing you can do, Liz, is when you upload it, you can actually add music to it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that music's fine.
All right.
You just choose the mix. So you just upload the video as a silent video, and then you can add music to it in YouTube Studio, which I can help you with. And there you go. You got a couple of videos there.
Yeah, because I know when I did, the Bedford Tanker, the green one I did.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the one I got copyrighted on.
Right. Trouble is the copyright. It's only if you're monetized.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, there wasn't a copyright on it for at least a year. Then this guy decided that, I'm going to change everything and I want money. Do you know
right.
what I mean?
What happens is somebody's come along and bought the copyright to that music you've used a year later.
Yeah.
And is now making money off people that have used that music.
Yeah.
But what YouTube allows you to do is you can change the music. But that's what happens. You think, everything's fine, I'm using YouTube music. And then somebody comes along and says, you know what, I like that music. I'll buy the license for it.
Yeah.
And then everybody else that's used that thinking it was free has then get a copyright against them.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Silver Scratch Built Productions in saying hello. Hello there, Silver.
Hello.
Hi ho, Silver.
Silver.
Dale Mac 3D says, I am still alive at the time of night and I will certainly join in. Apple says, Mark, Carl's, Joshy and IC's show is tomorrow night, not tonight.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's normally a Thursday.
Yes.
Silver Scratch Production says, speaking of Warhammer, just finished painting my second Corvus lap star. Yes, that is cool. That is cool. Down Matt 3D says, those that know me, I like to sleep when I can laugh out loud. Blind Dutchman says some YouTube music needs a mention in the description. Well, I'll have to. I've got no choice on it. Price Right says hello, Silver. And David Markey says, hello, Silver. Yeah, because as soon as I get monetized, he'll want money from it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's nice. It's just fell off. Bit that I didn't glue.
Well, let that be a lesson to you. If you don't want it to fall off, glue it.
I'll know next time, won't I?
Did you? But the important question is, did you find what fell off?
Oh, yeah, it only fell on the bench.
All right. So you fed the bench monster then?
Yeah, bench monster on it.
Either that or the bench monster's hiding because the other monster is dropping stuff.
Quickly do this bit and then get ready for the out bit.
Time really just flies when you look at. I looked up now and looked at what?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Trust me. The only time time doesn't fly past is when you're at work.
Ah, that's an understatement. Now, come on. It never flies when you're at work.
Occasionally it does.
If you're enjoying the job, it does fly, but if you hate it, it drags like hell.
Yeah.
I always used to think, you know, when you used to get halfway into the week, and then it's always the Wednesday and Thursday that dragged.
Yes.
But when you're waiting at that clock machine, waiting for that 1 minute, it feels like an hour.
It does, doesn't it?
That's what you get for being at the clocking out machine 1 minute early. I mean, for those who don't believe the dead come back to life, you should have been at my last place of work on a Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, let that bit dry now, so I can do the other side. Sprue and Glue says, I'm still here. Buddy.
Hey, Davey.
Apple says, oi, oi, Silver. Mike Hobby says, hi ho, Silver. TBG says, hi ho, Silver. Dale Max says, how do, Mr. Sprue? Dale Max says, Sprue. Dale Max says, David, how do you do, bud?
Technically, the response is, hi ho, Silver, you've got me, Lone Ranger.
Yeah. What was this horse called? Tonto. Like that.
I was thinking of the song music to the theme music to Boone. If the people who remember that TV show.
Yeah, I remember that program.
Yeah. I am one of those people who are trying not to remember it.
Okay, so there you go. Another 10 minutes, guys.
All right.
I don't want to be more like that still.
I've just had a massive vertigo attack.
Massive what?
Vertigo.
Oh, vertigo.
Yeah, I suffer severely with it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okie dokie. We've got Plastic Alchemist in, and he says, evening.
Hello, Plastic Alchemist.
Hi, Plastic Alchemist.
He says, all. TBG says, evening, Sprue. TBG says, hi, Nuno. Apple says, evening, Nuno. And Nuno says, hello, James and Apple.
Hi,
Yeah, welcome in. I haven't seen you for a while, Nuno. David Markey says, hello, Nuno.
We've got 17 watching and 23 thumbs up, Linda.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we can get a few more thumbs up time we leave.
I put my thumbs up earlier.
Yeah,
That'll
me
explain
too.
why the dog's been making that smell.
Did I put the thumbs up?
I'll see what you did there, Fanta.
Oh, yeah.
Nuno says, hello, Mr. Markey. So, anyway, I hope everyone has been enjoying the stream. It's been a good day, really. It's been quite good. And, yeah, I've enjoyed it, and I'm sure everybody else has. Fantastic gallery tonight. Absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
So don't forget, PPM is back on Sunday, but we don't have a gallery. So if you'd like to come and watch again on the PPM, it is 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, 2 till 4. We'll be accompanied with Mr. Mods, Mark's Mods, and also we'll have some kind of panel with us. Then the PPM will be back again with the gallery next Wednesday, 7 till 9. TBG says 23 thumbs up. I can see why Mark has got vertigo. Just don't shake him about. He'll get seasickness as well.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, we do a Sunday stream PPM as well, but there isn't a gallery. That's 2 till 4. That's mine and Mr. Mods day on the Sunday, and also Mr. Mods is live Sunday, is it?
Yes.
Sunday night.
7 p.m. 7
p.m. Sunday night with the Nexus, which is the Part Works channel. So if you're into Part Works, that's the place to go. Nuno says, hello, Mr. Markey. Alex says, hello. And Max says, great stream, everyone. Thank you all for joining in. Cool. So don't look out for Dave Butt Builds, his videos, if you subscribe to his channel, and also Panzer Cat. These are always in other people's streams.
Well, I am indeed. I am the well-trained house cat that I am. I
Yeah.
come along and pop up in various streams, and I don't scratch the furniture.
So have you got anything planned, Rod?
Yes, I got tomorrow the VE Day carry on build as such.
Yeah, so that's
Part 3, I think
tomorrow Ron's channel VE Day.
Yeah.
What time is it?
9 to 11.
9 to 11.
Yeah.
Cool. Apple says Roxy is thinking, Dad, be quiet. I was trying to sleep. Yeah, I think I woke him. Alex says, lovely stream. I'm sure to stop by next time. Maybe I'll get something worth putting in next Wednesday's gallery. Well, we look forward to that, and we look forward to seeing you again. TBG says, fantastic stream. And David Markey says, thank you all for a great stream. So, yeah. So, all in all, guys, thank you, everybody. Thank all my panel, Mark, Ron, Dave, Panzer, and everyone in the chat, and everyone from the PPM who's watching, and anybody else that's watching in there in the background. Please stick your thumbs up. Be much appreciated. It does this a world of good, and helps with the analytics. So yeah. So we'll say goodbye, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.